I want to make sure I take a moment to thank the people that helped make this video possible. I consider you producers of this channel and of this show. Without your support, these videos would not be possible. So I'd like to thank Rags, Comic Boom, Pop Size, The Frag Minion, Warren JB, Lynch Nut, David Osenwitz, sorry if I mispronounced your name, and a penny for your dimes. I also want to thank the people that like to remain anonymous and anybody else that has contributed to this channel in the past. Without your support, these videos would not be possible. If you find yourself in a position you can help and you want to see your name here too as a producer credit, go ahead and look down in the links below. There will be a Patreon, a subscribe star, as well as a one-time donation, and you can see your name up here too. Thank you. Hello, Force. This is Captain for reporting for duty, and today I'm going to be talking about another Thundercats book. Yes, I know the current cartoon of Thundercats is anything but good. I mean, excuse me for the cough. I mean, look at the art even in this book here on this cover, as opposed to the crap we are getting on television right now. And some people are like, oh, you're just mean. No, that stinks. And if I seen that when I was a kid, I would have hated it then too. Matter of fact, my kids don't like the artwork for it either, and they're that age group. So here we are. This is back when they had a book and recording series, and this was from Peter Pan. And see here, it would tell you about this on the back. It says, introduce your children to a wonderful world of reading. It's easy and fun to learn the Peter Pan way. The full color book follows the recording word for word. A signal tells you when to turn the page. Fun and educational with music, sound effects, and dramatic action. And the cool thing about these books is they either be on cassette or record. Yes, record. Like a 44 they would call it, which is a little like a CD if you will, but on a record. And it would read it all for you. And they'd go in this back sleeve here. That record would fit in this back sleeve sometimes here if it came with a record. And look at that, the Barney the Book Bear advertisement. So anyway, we get into this book, you open it up, and look at this, right from the start, gives you a page here on the cover, back cover of all these other Peter Pan books from there. And here we go, it says Thundercats. We're going to look at a little bit of the information here. And Thundercats characters are trademarks of Telepictures Corporation, 1985. So yes, we're going back to 1985. And look at that, there's starting with Panthro there and some reading. And so you'd read that and go ding, some kind of chime. And then you'd turn the page. Yes, this is what the characters used to look like, people. And these books were pretty cool, pretty interesting. They'd get you to read because you'd read along with them. And it'd help you learn to read too. I mean, look at the artwork to that. I believe some of these pictures were just taken right from the cartoon. I like this one here. Look at that picture of the sword there. Sword of Omen. Thundercats. Oh! Yeah, see, right from the cartoon, this picture was taken. And the animations of that cartoon were much better than what we see today. There is founding father there for Thundercats. If you never watched the series, I strongly recommend checking out the older episodes, not the current one. They're just awful. Here's Snarf. He was the Orko of He-Man, you know, for Thundercats, if you will, because they had to have that goofy character to add a little element of humor. There we go. Some more of the other kids too. Wily Kid, Wily Cat, I believe is what their names were. Tiger. To keep you, the kids were to keep you also attached to it as well, but I think he was the anchor. Snarf was the anchor to keep the element of humor to a very dark cartoon actually for the age. I mean, it really was quite sinister. I mean, look at some of these bad guys here. How cool is that? Some nice artwork in this book. Very good. I used to love these kind of books. I would sit there and read them, even though I probably was a little older than the demographic they were aiming for. I just loved to read. I'd read all kinds of stuff all the time, no matter what. And you know what? These are good for kids today. If you could find them at a garage sale or something like that, I would strongly recommend picking them up, even if you don't have the recording. Heck, you could do it yourself, right? We've got so many recording programs. Your recorder on your phone, you can record it, read it to your kid, and then they can play it and listen along and learn to read too. Those were really cool, really fun books for the time. The artwork usually was quite good in these books too, and they were not very expensive. They were well worth the money, and as I said, nowadays you can find them at garage sales, swap meets, things like that for pretty cheap. I wouldn't recommend necessarily going on eBay and paying top collector price, but But nonetheless, sometimes you can find great steals that way too. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Until next time, keep it frugal.